I am so excited to be back with another artist series on Coffee with Carlia. Today, we have an extraordinary actor, Mr. Davie Drummond. Hi, Davie.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? How you doing? Thank you, thank
Thank
you.
you so much for being here.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here. Very glad.
Glad to have you here. So, I want you to take me back a little bit. So, I read that you didn't grow up wanting to be an actor. So, tell me, what was it about acting that sparked your interest?
Oh man, it's funny because like how you said, like I never like as a kid grew up saying, "Oh, I want to be an actor. I want to be on TV." It just came about. I think it's probably about like 5, 7 years ago, and I was at work, and then like randomly while I was working, because I was tired of my same situation, it just came to me. I just came with a game plan. So you know what? I'm about to go to school, get a degree in cybernetic security. That's gonna be my backup plan, and my main goal is I'm just gonna act. And then I was talking to my coworkers, and I was just like saying out loud, and then like people started coming in agreeing. It's like, you know what? Now as you say it, I can see you really acting. Like, yeah, I can see you on TV. And it's like, what made you think of that? And I told them the same thing. I said, it just came about. Like something hit me. Like this is what you need to do. And that's exactly what happened. I went to school, got my degree in cyber network security, and then after that, kind of put that to the side and started acting full time.
Wow, I love that. That's why it's important to have good people around you that can speak life into you, that can tell you to go ahead and go for those dreams. I love that.
Absolutely.
So, acting requires a lot of work. People see actors on TV, they see them on the red carpet, they're like, "Wow, they are living the life." But tell me, what kind of hard work does it take? What does a typical day look like for you?
Man, yeah, for me, like I like to get up early. That's number one. Like get up, start my day like around 4 o'clock in the morning,
Well,
because it's like it's a lot you got to do, and you got to really eat, breathe, and sleep it. Like people be asking like how you be booking all these things, and they ask me how long I've been acting, and they all tell me like, oh, you seem to be going like pretty fast in it. It's like it's no like really like secret code, so you just gotta really like really want it, and then like really like eat, breathe, and sleep it. So you got to study it. I be watching YouTube videos, take all the classes I can watch for free. I also pay for classes, take personal coaching. I do the research because coming into this industry, I had nobody, like I had no friends, no family that I knew that I was in the industry. So I knew I had to do the work, do the leg work, do the research, do the homework. And, know it's going to have some trial and failures, but I just like keep practicing every day. Like sometimes like I just practice by myself. I pick up a script that I did before, something that I may have booked, some a lot of things that I didn't book, and I just go over those things. Just continue to be like, okay, record myself. I don't practice in the mirror, but I record myself, go over it, look at it, like, yeah, I see that could have made this, that, and the third, and make the changes. You got to do scene analysis, script analysis, scene study, watch the greats, watch the old. Sometimes I watch movies, and put it on mute just so I can just really focus on the action. So it's a lot. You just got to really eat, breathe, and sleep it. You got to want it. And when anybody wants something bad enough, you're going to get what you want. You're going to get it.
I love that insight about doing the hard work, actually studying the craft. Because with Instagram, TikTok, the young people think they can just come up with a little skit and they're all of a sudden an actor without necessarily studying the craft.
Yeah.
But you
That,
talked about, oh, go ahead.
no, Oh no, I was just gonna say with that, this year was my first year. I actually did like two TikTok videos, but I stopped because everybody always like my peers once they finally got into acting, they was trying to get me to do it. I was like, oh yo, just go ahead and just do TikTok videos in third. And I'm not knocking them. Like I'm glad the ones that are making they get it, and they doing their thing. Like I applaud them. Like seriously, you gotta get it. You know how you live it. But for me, I just knew that. Like I told them, it's like it's a gift and a curse at the same time. You go that full route with the social media thing because you will get booked just for that thing, and and they're gonna book you for your followers, and it might seem cool in the beginning, but after a while, if you're that social media person, you start really like falling in love and falling with the whole atmosphere of being an acting and being on set. Then you're gonna have to start taking some classes and get some professional coaching, and it can work. But yeah, you got to put in the work, and it ain't that simple.
Yeah, I love that. I love that because it's important. You have to have both. You have to be well studied, and if you have the followers, if you have that, if you can get booked from your followers and you're well studied, that's like the
Yeah.
best combination. But something you said I want to go back to, you mentioned like if you don't get some things, you go back and you practice and you regroup and you do it again. So how do you handle rejection? Because that's a part of the process too, going on auditions and kind of have to sitting with that. So what do you do to combat that rejection?
Oh man, you really gotta you gotta put on the tough skin, and then you also gotta kind of like get used to it. So I kind of got immune to it, and like even before like started getting the rejection, because there's a lot of rejection. Like I did a lot of auditions, like especially like the past 2 years. It was like, oh, if I booked this was it. It was big stuff too, and most of it was like the stuff that I was getting on my own. Some of it was through the agency and things like that. I'm very grateful, but a lot of it was like through the stuff on my own, and I didn't get it. And like in the beginning, it can get you like, that was it. That was that ESPN commercial, or that was that Tides commercial, or movie scene, or TV series episodes. There was a lot of things like I had got to audition for, even some callbacks too. And then and that getting the callback can also feel the worst, because like getting the initial rejection from just not getting nothing at all, you can kind of be like, all right, you kind of get used to that. But then the next step is like getting the callback, and then also might sometimes the callbacks and there's something after that. But it's like getting that step closer, and like, oh, I made it past the first part. Now you're on the second, third part, and then you still don't get it. That right there can also it can really bother you, but you can't let it get to you. You just have to like really like let yourself know that, okay, look, it's a lot of streaming services. It's a lot of opportunities. Web series, independent, the big stuff, the low budget stuff. There's just so many opportunities. Not yet alone, you could just make it and do it yourself. But it's just always a lot of opportunities. If you keep that in your head and stay positive, once you get rejected, you're like, all right, that's cool. I'll get the next one. And then whatever's for you is for you. You're gonna get it. It'll be for you. Book it.
That's what I believe. Anything that's for me is not going to pass me. And, it's similar in music. A lot of rejection. You got to have tough skin. And like you said, when you get that call back, you start imagining all the possibilities. I'm going to move here. I'm going to do this, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
But I also like that process because every day is a new day and you kind of have to regroup and rethink through things and you're always constantly getting better from that rejection. One thing I love about you, Davie, is that you're living right here in Virginia. And
Yeah.
people think that when you want to do something creative, oh, you have to go to New York or you have to go to LA, like you have to do those things immediately. So how did you go about starting your career from right here in Virginia?
Man, like I just knew that I had to start from where I was at. I knew that somewhere along the line was opportunities, but even once I was like doing the research and doing the digging in the beginning, I was shocked to find out like, oh wait, they filmed these movies here, or they doing this TV series here. I'm like, oh wait, what? They bringing this new show? What swagger? This, that, and the third. I'm like, what? I had no clues. Like I legit like did the research. I was doing my homework, the stuff I was looking up. I didn't apply and sign for everything right away. I do my homework, dig a little deep. My okay, this is official. Ask around, know some people that I do know, and then like I was lucky to have like when I was but the last job I had, I was like working 9 to 5 before I got into the industry. One of the guys that worked there, he's older than me, and I was thankful he was into the arts. Like he did theater, so then once he started like giving me the scoops and like telling me things, and then like he even gave me some links and stuff to follow. That kind of like actually helped me out. My friend Uriel, so he really helped me out in the beginning. So I was able to like get that little, what I'm saying, a little bit of like, okay, what I'm saying, here's this is what he knew. It wasn't everything, but it was still great information. But like, man, Virginia, it has like you can do a lot of commercials. They got a lot of great commercial opportunities, TV series, and they do book like they do some big major films here. Not that major, of course, in like in Atlanta or Hollywood, but they be pretty decent. But you can definitely get your foot wet in the game, coming from Virginia. I know a lot of people be thinking like sometimes like, oh, Virginia don't have anything with this, that, and the third, but surprisingly, Virginia has actors. Like there's a lot of great actors and talent, and even theater. There's a lot of great artists out here. Like they
A
out
lot
there.
of great talent comes from Virginia, and that's great advice. You got to start where you are. That's wonderful.
Yep.
So you mentioned swagger. So tell me about some other where we met, but tell me about some other projects that you've been a part of and what has been a memorable moment for you on set.
All right, so start with some of the projects I've been on. I was grateful to have been like on commercials with speaking roles. That's currently running in Virginia. I'd be thankful for that. Did Fatal Attraction. I did a Tubi movie. Got to work with Claudia Jordan. Got to work with the Tubi King. All due respect too, because I know some people like start laugh at Tubi stuff, but don't be knowing that Tubi, they be on some stuff sometimes. But
They give people opportunities.
yes, yes, they do, and I was thankful to get the opportunity I had. And that this story, it's so real quick. The story's so crazy. When I had booked that Tubi role, like my equipment had failed, the phone fell down, and everything. And I had got so nervous, but I was able to still pick it up and still keep the energy and pick the phone up and start acting with that phone in my hand like this. I still booked it. That was one of the greatest like bookings for me because I was like, my stuff fell, everything messed up, the lights fell. It was a tragic for us the equipment. I still booked it because I was like, oh, you got to keep this going. You either going to keep, you know what I'm saying, break down, keep it going, but I kept it going. But it was great to work with Claudia. She's great, great person, great to work with. I'm sorry if I say your name wrong, but LeMaster, hope I'm saying it right. Um, Working on Swagger was great. Got to meet you, got to meet a lot of other people, big connections, great networking. Got to see and Ice Cube some O'Shea, that was cool. But one of the best moments I had so far on set is something. Never mind. I can't say that because I forgot it didn't air yet, and I thought it did. So yeah, I'm about to get myself in trouble. So I can't say it yet, but I can't say it yet. Nah, I'll mess that up. I can't say that yet.
It's
But yeah,
okay, but I love the moment you said though, because I think some people think, in the creative space, everything has to be perfect all the time. Like if it's not perfect, I can't get in. We stress ourselves out about having the perfect situation, but you showed that like it doesn't have to be perfect. No matter what happens, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and it's gonna turn out the way it's supposed to do. And it was great.
yeah, got to, got to.
Good. So, what would you say is your approach to acting? When you get a script, what do you so you talked about script analysis and some of those things that you do, but what is your like personal approach to acting?
My personal approach, as soon as I get the script, I read everything from top to bottom, everything that comes in it. Who's writing it, who's the director. You're gonna want to watch some of the old director stuff that saying that the previous that they did, so you kind of get a feel of how they do things on set and how the movie or the series or the commercial or whatever would be. After that, you definitely have to do scene analysis. And scene analysis is very important, which I'm still learning. I'm not perfect at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not definitely not perfect, but I'm still learning. But every time, like I continue to learn and get new coaching and new learning skills, I'm like, oh, that major detail, that one word, it could be that one word that you missed. Like, that was a major factor. That changes the whole thing. It's very unique. But I do my scene analysis. And after I do my scene analysis, I got to do my rehearsal. I have to practice. If I get a character role, and it's like they basically not a day player, but a supporting role, then I try to not try, but I give a backstory, and I try to feel like, okay, what is this character feeling that day? What's his attitude? What will make them do this or think that or say that? It's mainly just for me is going into details, paying into details, because the details is what's going to help bring that real authenticness onto the camera. And the camera's gonna see everything, catch everything.
That's so true. Tell me, who are some of your acting influences?
Of course, Denzel, Will Smith. I like Leonardo DiCaprio, Jason Bateman. Oh man, the list is long. Ah, who are my other ones? Will, oh God. Those are the ones off the top of my head. I like Michael B. Jordan. Um, that's all I got on top of my head.
That's good. I could see you in a Michael B. Jordan kind of role. I see it. I
Yeah.
see it. So speaking of roles, what is your ideal role, your dream role? Is it like a Marvel movie, a superhero, action? What's your dream role?
Honestly, my dream role because it's my favorite movie. I just kind of want to do my version of Bad Boys. I know they got like a lot of NCIS and things like that on TV series. That's cool, but I kind of want to do the Bad Boys thing and like something similar to that, like being that cool cop, fly. and go home hard and the action scenes. I love action scenes. I always did like little action things by myself. And so I had a lot of brothers and sisters in the room, but when I was by myself, nobody is looking. I'm doing the things. I'm practicing getting beat up. Ain't nobody there. Throwing myself up against the wall.
Oh
Shooting.
wow, you're ready. You've been practicing. That's great.
I'm,
Okay, tell me what is some you're giving a lot of great gems about practicing, doing the hard work, but if someone wants to do what you're doing now, what advice would you have for an upcoming actor?
learn as much as you can. Try to get as much information as you can. Network. Use your time. Use your time wisely. When you book something, just don't. You're gonna. First when you first book something, you're gonna get very excited. Of course, it's gonna feel great. Something new, new territory. You're feeling happy. But then after that first initial one, after that, really be on set, paying attention to everything. Like when I'm on set, I'm networking and not even networking, but just getting talk to the co-casters and things like that. But after that, I'm talking to the DPs, the APs, the camera person, the photographer, the sound people, like because I'm trying to figure out how everything works all together. This is not my part, but everybody's job. But you want to do a lot of homework, and after a lot of homework, you're going to want to put that homework to practice, and after you put that homework to practice, you can take that practice and put it in the real game.
That's so true. And I love what you said about learning all parts of the job. Because when you see people who are the most successful today, like Michael B. Jordan, he was in Creed, but he also directed Creed.
Yeah.
So knowing all parts of the job kind of opens up more opportunities. So, Davey, what's next? What's coming up?
What's next for me? As of right now, I am in coaching and getting my skills mode up because I've been networking, communicating. I still got my agencies, my manager to have currently. Currently looking forward to getting to the big, the major big leagues. Coming SAG this year. I'm not SAG yet, um, but I will be this year. And bigger things is coming. You might go and see me on one of those cop shows on TVs, things like that. But Hollywood is definitely next, and I can't wait. Get myself ready, And the best thing, definitely, you have to be prepared. You got to stay ready, and that's what I tell myself. Because I always tell myself the worst thing that can happen for me on a personal thing is to get that real opportunity, like be there, and then not be ready, not be prepared, and blow it, or even booking it. Being on screen, everybody see it, and everybody see what they, what I'm saying, want to see it. Like, oh no, nah, yeah, that ain't it. You don't want that to happen, so you got to be prepared. You stay ready. You don't have to get ready.
You getting ready. I believe it. The cop show is on the way because I be seeing you on Instagram, on your story. You be working. You be
Yeah,
working. It's on the way. So I got some fun questions for you.
yeah.
So, what is your go-to karaoke song?
I did some karaoke last year. As a matter of fact, I sung. I did the Temptation song. It's when he was like, "I know you don't want to leave me." Ain't too proud of big. I did ain't too
Oh,
proud of big. But that's because I grew up off of like watching Temptation with my family, my siblings, and then on top of that, like doing a little bit of acting. Then I didn't even know it. Like my mom would make every year as a kid, they would make me and my siblings and I perform a Temptation song for my dad. We would like get the little sheets, tape it up against the wall, come behind the curtains, using the broom and all that stuff as a microphone, really going over the choreography. So yeah, it'd be the Temptations.
who were you though? Were you David? Were you Otis? Were you the
Oh, I
lead?
was David. Ain't nobody
Oh,
come to see Otis. Nobody's come to see
nobody come. I'm David Ruffin. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So tell me, great memory. That's a great memory. Singing with the broomstick. Okay, what is your favorite thing to splurge on?
Ooh, I probably say cologne and like sweatsuits and stuff. Because I like to be in chill gear, some nice sneakers, nice like basketball shoes, sweat gear, and I love to smell good. So
That's
cologne.
important. It's important.
Yeah.
So, if your life was a movie, what would the title be?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. What would the title be, man? My life. Oh man, what's a I'm trying to think off the top of my head without taking too much time. I would say I'll just call it 180 because a lot of different things just keep happening. So I'm not going in like in the full circle and come running into the same things. It's like different things keep coming along. Like I said, I never seen acting come into my life. I never dreamed about it or nothing or things like that. So I'm just like, I'll probably call it 180.
180. I like that. I'll go see that movie.
Yeah,
Okay. If you could be friends with any movie character, who would it be?
movie character.
Or
Yeah.
TV, or any character.
Mm. Man, give me Wolverine. I like Hugh Jackson. I like Wolverine. I like Wolverine as a character, you know, in animation and in the live action movies. He's so tough, and even like his lines, you know, when he say I'm the best at what I do, and the fact that you just can't stop him, you can't destroy him. It's too cool. It's too
I
cool.
love it. That's a good one. That's a good one. So, Davey, I had a great time this morning, but before we get out of here, can you tell the listeners where can they keep up with you?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Take One Davie. That's gonna be TAKE, the number one, DAVIE. TikTok's the same. Instagram's the same thing. It's all the same. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and yeah, that's where y'all can find me. But trust and believe, y'all gonna see me, hear more from me. I can't wait to, get my name a lot bigger, and I'm definitely gonna be coming back because I appreciate this. I really thank you for having me, and and bringing me on. And it's definitely going up. And 2004 is going to be that breaking point where everybody gonna be able to see like, okay, not just locally from here, because they know me locally from here, but it's going to be global on a global standard.
Well, I appreciate you for being here, Davey, and I know you about to blow up. That's why I had to have you on the show first, so I can say I interviewed him first before you blow up. Thank you, Davey. I had a great time this morning.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.